Right now they're splitting a series with Delaware. They just split a series with Delaware, so they're in the area here to take on the Profs today. And welcome to the new season. I mean, I'm new to the team. You guys are new to the team, right?
Yeah.
Cool. It should be cool. Bear with us as we get names and numbers right as the game goes on. But we are at Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey, home of the Rowan Profs here, and a rink that is beautiful. Beautiful upstairs bar. There's 2 rinks here. There's a third up the street and a roller hockey attached to that as well. So it should be a good time today.
You know, I'm looking forward to see just some hockey, man. I haven't seen a hockey game in I don't know how long in person, so
Yeah, it feels
it's
good
a lot
to
of
see
fun.
live sports,
Yeah.
man. Live sports, no matter which seat you're sitting in, it's still cool to everybody be around. And
Yeah, we're good.
all right, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Matt Delavecchio. I'm here with Connor Brown and Spencer Reyes. We are down at Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey for an afternoon puck drop. Rowan Profs open up their season against the Cincinnati Bearcats here. And it should be a good one. Everybody's been shaken up, the whole league, obviously, the whole world, obviously, with what's been going on. So last season was canceled. This season, I know the Rowan Profs are shooting for depth. They brought a lot of new guys in, and they're going up against a team today, Cincinnati Bearcats, who's a perennial top 5. And right now, they just split a series with Delaware. It was 1-1, and then one went to overtime or a shootout, which is still technically a tie. So this should be a good game today. The Profs have been gunning to come back out on top of their division.
Yeah, you know, with school starting up again and everything, we've been seeing sports that we haven't seen for a full year, and now we get to see some hockey again, and it's definitely it's a great feeling to be back after those past 18 months of not really knowing like what was going on really.
Yeah.
So it's good to actually know what's going on for once.
Yeah, to be involved.
It's comforting. Yeah.
To be physical and present, have your hands on it, rather than sitting home and watching. What can I do from my couch?
Yeah.
It feels good to sit back and everybody gather and play some hockey.
It's nice to hear the sounds of the arena, the slap of the puck, the boards, all stuck inside of this one roof. It's exhilarating.
And it's opening day. I think we mentioned before, it's opening day here, it's opening day NFL. Everybody's excited for everything that's happening, and to be live hockey is cool. My favorite sport live, of course. Real quick, I just want to go over the first lines here for the Rowan Profs. I mean, you got line 1, affectionately called the bubble line. They used to share all the same face masks, which I think has changed, but either way, they call the bubble line. It's stuck. It's Trevor Rucci, Nick Ramos, and Bobby Penrod, all returning seniors, all South Jersey natives that have been playing here at Hollydale almost their entire career. So they're going to make their presence known tonight. They've been doing this a long time together. The line 2, was originally a set of transfers. They have since lost one, it's shooken up, but they still acquired the nickname the Magi line because they were nicknamed the Three Wise Men. And that's Jimmy Pollock, Tanner Schroeder, and Cam Chandler, who recently got moved up to the line. Like I said, there was a shakeup with an injury, but Cam Chandler will be playing with those two. Line 3 is Vance Moran, Dave Cutler, and JT Zangara. Keep an eye on Dave Cutler. I got to watch him the last few weeks, and he did nothing but work hard every time he touched the ice. He was always involved, and I think in that final inter-squad scrimmage, he really did a lot of hard work, and Vance Moran was able to pop a couple in the net off of Dave Cutler's hard work. So that was cool to see. The fourth line is Chris Conlon, Ryan Echevarria, you'll hear us say Etch is his name, and Connor Callahan. And in net is AJ Colella, who is, I believe he was second team all-conference for the ACHA as a freshman, I believe. So a solid netminder also. And I have to say, I mean, we're at Hollydale Ice Arena. This place is beautiful. Is there 3 rinks here? I believe there's 3 rinks here. There's one up the street at what they're calling Hollydale North now, and also a roller hockey attached to that building. But inside, you have a beautiful bar upstairs, plenty of seating. It's really just a beautifully laid out place.
Yeah, no, the bar and restaurant's really like a great touch here. You know, it brings something else other than just you know, some hockey rinks. It feels like you could come here and hang out, watch some good hockey.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
You normally get Gatorade and hot dogs. Like, nope, not here. You guys come. There's a full bar. They got great food, great wings.
Yeah.
It's great. It's got that old school pub feel. Plenty of hockey memorabilia on the walls. Another 2 minutes till puck drop here. So you guys are both Rowan students back in full-time, like in-person class, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, I have 2 in person, 3 asynchronous.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, all of mine are in person.
That's good.
Yeah.
Assuming you guys are happy about that, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I hated sitting at home.
Yeah.
Zoom University was not it.
No, I didn't learn anything, to be honest. And I forgot everything that I quote-unquote learned. So.
Nah, man, it's cool. Now that, like you said, with in-person class comes in-person activities. It's like all the sports teams like we're talking about. It's cool that everybody's back on track, or at least starting to get back on track.
Yeah, for sure.
So Rowan Profs got taken over. The program got taken over about 3 years ago by the GM head coach Dan Damani, and his assistant coach you see there is Ryan Bennett. But they've been doing a great job. They really hit the bricks hard trying to recruit. They really are committed and dedicated. Like I said, I've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with them the last few weeks, and you can tell they've been trying to build to something for the last few years, ever since they touched the ice here. So, like I said, depth was their biggest enemy. That's what they had to go after, obviously, because kids quit, kids graduate, especially during the last however many months. So we have a lot of transfers, and then we do have that set. I told you line 1 was they're all South Jersey natives. They've been playing on this ice since they were kids. So you got a good balance, I think, and we'll see how the recruiting went in this opening game.
It's got to be a really cool feeling to touch an ice as like a 9-year-old, and you're still in college, and you get to play the same exact ice.
Yeah.
You're just walking in, going to work.
Yep.
But now you got a brand new jersey and you're part of university.
That is crazy. Like they've actually played through the remodels of this building. You know what I mean? They played on the original sheets of ice and got remodeled, and they've still showed up to play here. Like you said, it turned into a job. It's just routine for them.
Yeah, you saying that makes me wish I played hockey, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite sport.
That's pretty
I
cool.
grew up playing.
Yeah.
And dabbled in a lot of other things, but this would forever be the best sport, I think.
Mm-hmm.
like the jerseys Bearcats are wearing. It's like they got a little bit of old school feel. It looks like a little old school Ottawa Senators actually.
Yeah.
From way back in the day.
Yeah, the design on their sleeves are pretty cool.
Shoulders on down there. So in addition to the guys who are playing on the bubble line on offense, I know Jared Stricken is also a captain of the team. He's wearing an A, obviously. He's also a South Jersey native, and also has played on this ice just as long as the other three. So it's solid amount of roots coming from this team growing here. National anthem out of the way here. Refs are strapping up, getting ready to go. I believe Trevor Rucci centering here. It's been pretty solid on face-off. Here we go. First puck drop 2021-22 season is a win for Trevor Rucci. Bearcats put on pressure. Puck along the line there. Excuse me. Back into the zone. What are they calling? Offsides here. quick stoppage early on. Puck goes back to Cincinnati off the draw and dumped immediately into the defensive zone. Paul Kia's behind the net, pushes it around, looking for Ramos, but doesn't quite get it there. He follows behind around the net. And they're playing, having a little catch there. Bearcats put pressure on the short board. A quick shot blocked from Colella. Rowan Profs throw it back up against the boards. You have a small scuffle on the side there. Paul Kias hustles the puck to get it off the boards. And he gets it back to Trevor Rucci. Trevor Rucci flips it up in the middle. Oh, can knock it through the Bearcats. So we have a turnover in the neutral zone. And a big hit from number 20, Nick Ramos. Rowan Profs peel back on the board. He tries to send it across the middle. Picked off by the Bearcats. Tanner Schroeder flies in from the bench, tries to make a play. Another big hit from Bobby Penrod along the boards here in the offensive zone. Man, the Profs are throwing bodies around and the glass is moving. Bearcats attempt to toss it out and they finally get it to the red line and back into the defensive zone of the Profs. Moved up to center ice in neutral zone. Hacked in along the short board again, along the neutral zone. Back to the defenseman, Jared Cohen. Jared Cohen quickly up to Mike Fragaroli. Fragaroli dumps it in deep, and Cam Chandler hustles in to get it and pushes back out to the point. Got to clear the zone now. Jared Cohen making a quick pass. Mike Fragaroli, excuse me. Back to Cohen. Cohen through the neutral zone. Up to Cam Chandler. Cam Chandler tries to make a backdoor play and gets smushed into the boards and onto the ice here. Still down deep, they're still working. Cam Chandler trying to get the puck out of his feet. Bearcats come out with it. Moving along the short board. Another hit here. Tanner Schroeder.
Rowan's been really physical early on.
Right off the jump. And here we go. Bearcats are in the middle with a nice little pass across, but a nice save by AJ Colella, looked like. Props cleared up the boards and out of the zone. Yeah, like I said, a lot of glass movement. They came out big. They came out strong. Rowan set the tone on home ice here. Bearcats in along the circle here. He cuts in, takes a shot, went wide. Ooh, puck left in the middle of the defensive zone for the Profs. Gets dumped into the corner, and the Bearcats get to it. Oh, it's going to be a big hit there. The Bearcats retaliated. Not retaliated is a strong word, but Jacob Holling got knocked over there in the corner. Some big hits, man. Rowan setting the tone, letting us know we're coming out strong.
That's how you start the season.
Yeah.
With grit.
That's it, man. Let people know we're coming out. You're on our ice.
See a lot of shaky glass early.
Yep. It's awesome.
A lot of pops.
All right, now you got Chris Conlon at center playing with Nick Ramos and Bobby Penrod, so they're shaking up the lines a little bit. You got Trevor Rucci's back at the point right now, so they're probably going to switch. Jared Cohen and Rucci are back at the moment. Ooh, a nice face-off from the big guy. Back to the point, Jared Cohen. Oh, almost a tip in front. So that's what they did. They put big Chris Conlon in front of that and drew it back, and they're looking for shots, and it looks like this is what they're going to set up to continue to do. Jared Cohen over to Ramos. Excuse me, to Rucci. And you got Chris Conlon. Oh, and a nice shot! Chris Conlon passed right to Nick Ramos. Nick Ramos picked that far corner. A beautiful setup, a beautiful shot. I mean, they came into the offensive zone. They got set up. They looked really comfortable moving it around. You could tell they had a plan. And, man, that was awesome. Rucci just sat right in that right spot, and they got a good pass over from Ramos. That was awesome.
Yeah, they did a great job of moving the puck. They had a great, beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping that bottle would have fell off. It was really close.
It hit that net hard. It did. I mean, and it was right over the goalie's left shoulder. So here we go, face-off. Right to that neutral zone. Dave Cutler with a nice face-off win. They get it into the zone, and he's going hustling for it. Puck comes back to the point. Props got it at the point. Back into the corner of the offensive zone. We got two Props behind the net. And a little scrum here, fighting for the puck. Oh, trying to get back to the point, and they get it there. Doing a nice job of moving the puck continuously. Big hit by Cincinnati along the side there. JT Zangara got knocked over, but he's back up quickly. 17. Oh, there's a big score. Oh, get it, goalie. Goalie got two nice saves there on a bouncing puck that was hacked at by the Rowan Profs. They're 2 into the play there, excuse me. Jacob Holland comes around the corner, gives it up to the Bearcats here. But you got JT Zangara puts up a nice fight just on this side of the circle, and it ends up still in the Bearcats' offensive zone. All right, Bearcats finally get a break, and they dump it in. It's a race to the puck. Number 12 from Cincinnati will get it, but it turns it over. And here comes the Rowan Profs charging up the ice, Jimmy Pollock, who has the nickname Heads Up Jimmer. He is a veteran player. He's always on the swivel with his head, and he takes care of the puck. I loved watching him play preseason, and I have high hopes for him this season. So we got Paul Keys knocks it back into the offensive zone, just misses Jimmy Pollock in front of the net. Rowan Profs had to dig it out from behind. Oh, a nice defensive play in a neutral zone, and a big hit by Paul Keys. Whew. Followed by another big hit, Tanner Schroeder. Man, they're everywhere. Paul Keys behind the net. All right. And then you got Jarrett Stricken, South Jersey native, assistant captain, controlling the puck. Moves it up, and charging is Connor Callahan through the offensive zone. Made a nice play, but better defense from Cincinnati. And it turns around, and Callahan has it back on his stick. It gets picked off. Cincinnati out of their own zone here. Neutral ice, red line. Dumped into the zone. Cross play behind the net. Got Jarrett Stricken making a play. Turn over to Bearcats along the circle. Out to the high slot. Ooh, nice. That's a nice save from AJ Colella. What are they calling here? Hand pass?
It's 2 for 2 on save opportunities so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bearcats got a good open shot there, but great save by Colella.
Yeah, you heard it hit the pipe, but it wasn't before Colella hit that puck. Cincinnati wins the face-off and dumps it in for... Ooh! Rough goal there. Cincinnati won the face-off and threw it in on net to try and get a tip. It bounced aside, and another Bearcat was there to clean up the trash. So, not necessarily an organized goal, but sometimes that's how you score. Profs got to take the man in defense there. 1-1 game, 14:26 on the clock here. Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Profs opening day game against Cincinnati Bearcats. Okay, we got Trevor Rucci here back on the face-off. Another win for him. Got Ramos in the neutral zone. He throws it up. Trevor Rucci hits it in behind the Bearcats net here. Bobby Penrod goes in and digs it out. And then we got a steal from the Bearcats with a nice long pass into our zone here. Come around with it. Not much to follow up with. He's just skating right now. Oh, nice block. Knee down by Nick Ramos there. And a high shot floats it into the corner. Bobby Penrod in there to dig it out back to his defenseman. Jared Cohen over. Mike Frattaroli back around the corner. They flip one to Bobby Penrod. Trevor Rucci making a run at it into the zone here. He comes hard into the boards, man. They are eyeing people up. Oh, step up here. This puck got left into the zone. Nice step up and a shot from Jacob Holland. Puck gets knocked in behind the net. The Bearcats come out with it. Cincinnati trying to slow it down and get a breakout. And the Profs are all over them. But here we got a puck flipped up in our own zone. Bearcats circle the dot with it, and it's out again. And they are winging it in. The Bearcats seem to be playing dump and chase, and the Profs are on full court press, so to speak. Oh, another sloppy puck comes through the middle here. It's loose, no goal. And the Profs clear it out. Oh, look at this. Tanner Schroeder pumping his feet along his left side with a nice shot and save here. Tanner Schroeder caught that puck up and moved his feet right at the blue line, got into the offensive zone, but the goalie put on a nice save. It was a nice angle.
Yeah, it was a great shot after a great save by Colella on the other side.
Yeah.
He did a great job of securing the puck after it ricocheted up in the air.
Bounced around a few times in front of him now, but he always comes up with it. or he has come up with it, that one goal otherwise. Bearcats into our own zone here with a nice little pass. Oh, they had a nice leave pass, which was going to end up in the high slot for the, it was just in front of his man. Rowan has to dig it out in their own zone here. Playing battles along this offensive zone, or excuse me, defensive zone. And right out, here comes Chris Conlon, or no, excuse me, David Cutler, 27, with a nice shot. Hand pass here. Dave Cutler took that, walked right in, took a nice shot, aiming for that same corner that Ramos scored on earlier.
The script's been kind of flipped a couple times already, where Rowan was dominating the first 2 minutes, not letting the puck even get in their zone. Cincinnati goes, they end up scoring, and now it's kind of an even match that was going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like I said, the Profs were so far in the zone, and then, they put them back on their heels, the Bearcats, and Bearcats are slowly gaining. Oh, and a quick face-off win and a quick shot, which was blocked and then chased down. I mean, I thought the Bearcats were going to have a chance there, but it looked like Paul Keys was able to cover quickly, which was a great heads-up play there. Bearcats dumping into the Profs zone. Keys back on it. He's coming around this corner here. Oh, picked off by the Bearcats. Trevor Rucci with the puck. It was a nice long pass, which is picked off. Sent back in by Cincinnati. Keys ends up with it again along his own, just short of his bench there. Jared Stricken does a good job of protecting the puck with his body, but the Bearcats still come up with it. Along that far circle, another trickler ends up behind the net. Bearcats move it out to the point here. Oh, and we got a guy backdoor sitting. Good defense. Way to pick him up as the puck came around. Wow, puck went flying high. Bearcats put a glove up and blocked it down. Turn around with a quick shot. Another save by Colella. Paul Keys tries to flip it out of his zone. Ends up turning it over. Bearcats out to high slot. Goes right back to the point. Big shot. Oh, off the post. I don't know if Colella got a piece of that or not. It's trickling in front. Net comes off its mooring. Stoppage of play. Don't know if Colella got, it was in the same area of that last shot, and I don't know if Colella got a piece of it or not, but if he did it, it was the same pattern. Hit off of Colella, then clinked off the post. Stayed out, though.
Yeah, all I know is I heard post on that one.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear the post, you get a little scared. You
yeah,
never know what happens.
Yeah, and Cincinnati's been doing a good job of getting guys in front, so you can't see much what's going on down there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Face-offs go to Cincinnati, but out of the zone. Dump it back in. Profs have time. Now 19 from Bearcats in. Profs out right now in neutral zone. Rucci with the puck, sends it in deep. Echeverria rushing to get it. Bearcats still come out with it though. And the puck is back in our defensive zone here, but ended up clearing it out. Mike Frateroli. Oh, a nice spin move. Carter Jones with a nice spin move and a flip towards the center. Wow, that was a nice move in tight space there. Here he is again with the puck behind the net. Tries to get out to his point, and he does. Oh, and a nice body thrown in by Jared Cohen. The work along the point that the Profs have been come up with consistently is a great thing to see. Lots of control here in the slot. Oh, and a nice shot and a score. Wow, Carter Jones. They were trying to get the puck to the middle for the last 30 seconds. It hits somebody in the front, comes back out to the circle. Carter Jones popped in a sniper right over top of the goalie's shoulder.
And he started off with that sweet spin move he had just earlier, and to finish it off with the goal.
You got it, man. That was a nice shift by Carter Jones. And it's 2-1 Profs, just under 10 minutes to go in the first period here. Again, we're at Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Sitting up top, we got some good seats here. It's a lot of fun hockey.
Looks like he's going to keep that puck. They just changed it out. He's a freshman.
Oh, is he really? That's awesome. That was a nice play, the whole shift. Puck gets sent into the offensive zone here. Kicked up by a Bearcat, but look at this. The Profs are right in on it. Goalie ends up covering. Man, Ryan Echeverria has been very active. I don't know if he's got any assists or any points yet, but he's been all over the ice right now. He just got changed off, so now we got Magi line, Schroeder, Pollock, and Cam Chandler quick shot right off the high by Cam Chandler, and a score. There was a quick shot from Cam Chandler. It got blocked. It went back to Jared Cohn, who ripped one. Ends up behind the goalie, man. Rowan back to back in under. It had to be under 30 seconds.
Yeah. That fight
Yeah.
song yet again.
Yep. It was definitely under 30 seconds. 9 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first period. He's now 3-1. I don't know if that tipped off anybody. I just saw Jared Cohn rip a shot and it ended up in the back of the net. It just happened so fast. It was a good face-off win. Went right back to Cam Chandler. Chandler had a shot blocked. Went back to Jared Cohn, who just ripped one.
Yeah, Rowan's ripping puck right now, man.
Yeah.
They're on fire.
They're buzzing.
They're on.
It was hit so hard the ref can't even find the puck right now. They found it. They had to do some deep digging into the padding there.
How many refs does it take to change left? Yep.
Yeah. How many refs to find a Jared Cohn slap shot? Another face-off win here. And they dump up the boards. And the Bearcats get. Oh no! Cam Chandler hustles in and manages to cause a ruckus, but Cincinnati still comes out with it. Kept into the zone by Jacob Holland, but then immediately back out again. He leaves it for Cam Chandler. I'm learning names and numbers here. Bear with me. All right, big hit along the boards, but Cincinnati still manages to get behind the net. And a swipe out front. I am not sure what we're calling. The net's off the moorings again. Something's going on here. I don't know what that call was, to be honest with you. All right, face-off down in our own zone, gets won by Cincinnati. Back to the point immediately, then back to the boards where the circle was and behind our own net. Mike Miller in to try and defend. Can't do it. Just winging it around the boards. And up and out. No, not out quite yet. Jacob Holland back. Trying to make a play, and the puck is sent right to A.J. Clough, who covers immediately for another face-off. Bearcats keeping it in the zone right now.
Yeah.
Got to make sure we keep up with them. We got to start winning pucks along the boards and the face-offs. I mean, face-offs, I think a lot of people overlook face-offs, but ultimately when it comes down to it, you have to win in order to gain possession. And less possession means less chances.
Yeah, exactly. I think in any sport, the more possessions you have,
Yeah, it's just a
Better chance.
And we got another rush here from Echeverria with the puck along at the dot here. Excuse me, in the offensive zone. He tries to make a nice play, put him behind him. He does get hit along the boards, and Cincinnati comes out with it, looking for a breakout. Oh, and a blocked pass by Carter Jones, who gives it back. Oh my goodness, back to Chris Conlon, who sends it out in front. And the Bearcats end up coming up with it. Attempted dump in by Cincinnati. Paul Keyes comes up with it with a glove. And now you got Jared Stricken back, who dishes it back to Paul Keyes. Paul Keyes makes a nice pass right into the neutral zone, and shoveling ahead of him is Chris Conlon. Chris Conlon is a big boy, man, with a nice shot. Oh, short side. Chris Conlon makes a nice play. He fends off a guy trying to hit him along here outside the circle. He takes 1-2 steps inside and goes short side. Nice play all around here, boys. Yeah, Chris Conlon's got to be the biggest guy on the ice when he's out there. I mean, if at all, like everybody on the ice compared on both teams. And they tried to pin him up against the boards here, but couldn't do it, and he fires short side. It's now 4-1 Rowan Profs with 8 minutes to go in the first.
I didn't realize how big Chris Conlon was until you pointed it out.
Yeah.
And, wow.
Yep.
That guy is big.
And the Profs are charging again. They enter the offensive zone. Trevor Rucci drops the puck off for Paul Keyes. Paul Keyes over. Oh, across the slot, and it's in again. Paul Keyes put it over for Bobby Penrod. Bobby Penrod knocked it over, or excuse me, for Trevor Rucci. Trevor Rucci knocked it over to Bobby Penrod. So this bubble line, wow. Steps on the ice and puts it in. Man, yeah, really. I mean, and that was a nice play. That puck moved from side to side across the crease. Yep. 5-1 Props. It is not looking good for Cincinnati right now. Props coaches and parents, of course, they could probably not be happy right now. So here we go, face off. Cincinnati wins back in their own zone. They dump to get it out in the neutral zone. Paul Keyes is right on it. And I guess they're calling a hand pass here. Paul Keys did a nice job of stepping up. Heard his name a few times tonight. Seems like he's been getting after it. He's another big guy. Don't know if he's quite as big as Conlon, but he's a senior from Manahawkin, New Jersey. He's been getting after it. Lots of good work along the boards. Dave Cutler's going to take this face off. He's playing, like I said, with Vance Moran and JT Zangara. Cutler with a nice face-off win back to Jarrett Strickland. Jarrett Strickland tries to work it up the neutral zone. Ends up having to go back to Paul Keys, and Paul Keys makes a nice middle pass to Dave Cutler. Ooh, who gets, I wouldn't say hit, but oh my, Paul Keys stepped up in a neutral zone and just clubbed a Cincinnati Bearcat. Cincinnati on their own zone, quickly turned back up to their point. Dave Cutler, oh, puck's in front of the net, trickling. AJ Colella managed to stay in front of it the whole time, and the Profs push it out up the boards. And into the neutral zone is Paul Keys. He shovels it in front of him. He's got a little bit of room here, and a backhand, and a nice stick by Cincinnati managed to get under his. Ooh, almost an attempted backdoor. Oh, man. Vance Moran comes across the center with a puck that came from behind the net and just missed. Oh, nice defensive play there by Mike Frateroli. And the puck goes in behind our own net. Cincinnati comes out with it to the dot, back to the high slot, who sends a point in, sends a puck in, but sent aside by AJ Colella. Puck behind the Profs net. Cincinnati's got control. But there's two Profs there trying to get the puck up the boards. Dave Cutler in zone trying to play. Oh, and a loose puck comes out from Cincinnati. Ends up on the stick of Paul Keys, who then dishes it up to Vance Moran. Now Vance Moran into the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Him and Dave Cutler get the puck in deep and go for a change. Oh man, nice move by Cincinnati Bearcat behind their own net on Cam Chandler, who's rushing to try and force a pass there. And the puck trickles into Colella, sends it aside. Number 2, Jared Cohen sends it around the boards and up into the neutral zone by, that was Mike Frateroli again. So Profs in the neutral zone. The offensive zone. Tanner Schroeder tries to pop it deeper, but Cincinnati Bearcats come in neutral zone with it. And it ends up back on Schroeder's stick here and back up into the neutral zone. A lot of room here for Cam Chandler with a nice slap shot, I'm going to call it. Could have been a snapper, but it was a great shot nonetheless. Jimmy Pollock and Cam Chandler trying to cause havoc in the offensive zone. Here comes Jared Cohen again, in and around. Ooh, that was a nice tip by Jimmy Pollock. And we have another stoppage here, and again, I'm not sure what. No, the net is off the moorings.
Yeah.
I wonder if they dug those mooring holes deep enough or what's happening there.
You know, early on, it's been really impressive how Rowan has moved the puck so far. They've gotten a lot of easy shots, and I think it's because of how they're moving the puck.
Yeah, they're creating chances constantly.
Yeah.
And that was Mike Miller who flipped one in from the far point there. And meanwhile, Ryan Echeverria is trying to win a puck here. Back to his own man, comes out, and now Mike Miller's being chased into his own zone by Cincinnati. He goes behind the net to Jacob Holland. Jacob Holland makes a quick pass just into the neutral zone to number 16, Connor Callahan. Dumps it in deep, dump and chase. We got Chris Conlon and Echeverria in behind the Cincinnati net. Cincinnati works it out just into the neutral zone here. Oof. And Profs are flying around neutral zone again, trying to create a hit. Mike Miller tries to send it out. Gets picked off by Cincinnati Bearcat. Ooh. Oh my goodness, that was Ryan Echeverria with some silky smooth moves along the boards there. It ends up bouncing around. Holland comes up with it and sends it into the offensive zone. That was nice.
Yeah, that was some good use of the stick.
Ooh, and we got a nice move here from Nick Ramos. Steps into the high slot and finishes. Man,
can't get enough goals with his team.
Shoot. He stepped in, put a puck right between the skates on a nice move there. Takes another couple steps, fires it up high.
I mean, physically, their stick work, their movement. I mean, Rowan is just tacking it on early.
Yeah, man.
You still have 4 minutes left in the first period. This is a great start to the season.
Nick Ramos into the offensive zone here. He tosses it in. It's behind the Bearcats' net. Rucci comes up with it. Now Bobby Penrock gets a hand on it. Rucci's around the net protecting the puck so well. He's not the biggest guy. Oh, and he got a puck back over to Nick Ramos, who would have had 2 in a row, but he ends up flubbing it up going wide, and Nick Ramos lets out a big scream because he knows he had another one on his stick, and he's laughing with his teammate Trevor Rucci there. But you're right. I mean, there's only 4 minutes. It's not even the end of the first period, and Rowan is all over everywhere. It's crazy. All right, we got Dave Cutler out here taking a face-off, playing with Vance Moran and JT Zangara. JT Zangara takes the face-off and tries to shoot one quickly, ends up going high and wide. Puck circles all the way back down to Rowan's defensive zone here. You got Mike Miller, ends up leaving it for Vance Moran. Vance Moran tries to make a move in his own zone, ends up leaving it for another prof. And Cutler, excuse me. Puck gets flipped back in. AJ Clough is going to cover it up for safety reasons. Puck drop in the Profs defensive zone, gets sent back in the Bearcats behind the Profs net. With Jarrett Stricken standing by the net, ready for anything that pops out. Puck comes loose. And we got Zangara who's charging up the ice. Sends it over to Vance Moran. Vance back to Zangara. Zangara, the quick switch there in the offensive zone and back to the point. Here's Paul Keys, puck high. Oh man, Paul Keys got absolutely leveled at the blue line there. It's not a good look. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of retaliation.
Yeah, 2-8 might be in trouble for the Bearcats.
Yeah, I mean, it's always easy to catch a man off guard. Paul Keys is a big guy, though. And the faceoff is won. Zangara throws it back behind the Cincinnati net. Cutler's in. Here's Vance Moran. Throws his shoulder. Slightly misses. Zangara's back on the puck, throws it back to Moran. Moran's got Cutler in the middle. Ooh, that was a nice little flip to Dave Cutler. Knew where to be and was patient with it. Just couldn't get connect with it. And here you go, Paul Keys. Sends a puck back into Vance Moran, I believe. Vance Moran to the high slot. Cutler's there. It bounces behind him. You had Cutler and Keys in the high slot there, but the puck just bounced out high. Cincinnati gains control. Sauced over. A little tic-tac-toe into the neutral zone for Cincinnati. And they just flip one in on AJ Caloa. And it comes out to Paul Keys. Paul Keys sends it behind the net here. Jarrett Stricken comes up with it. Sends it up to number 24, Tanner Schroeder. It gets a little squirrely there for a second. Here's Tanner Schroeder again. And he goes, oh! And Jimmy Pollock tried to send a puck across the net. It got bounced around a little bit. Looking to come up with it with Profs. Here's Tanner Schroeder. Ends up playing it back into the zone to Carter Jones. Carter Jones is struggling to get control of it. And finally Cincinnati gets it down to the Profs red line there. Ooh, puck sent around the net. Looking for Mike Fattaroli, who caught an edge and fell along the boards. The puck comes out to the high slot. Cincinnati being patient with it. Ooh. Number 19 from Cincinnati, James Bersinger. He ends up coming out with the puck along the dot there and fires one short side along AJ Caloa's glove side, excuse me. All right, so there's life in the Bearcats. I mean, minute 47 left in the first, 6-2.
I mean, yeah, that's what we like to see. You hate to see a team lay down so early, so it's good to see Cincinnati's not necessarily dead yet, even though they're already down a lot early.
They still want to play good hockey.
Yeah. They'll put on a show throwing the can. Yeah,
absolutely. Profs send it in deep. There was almost a wraparound. The goalie got to it. Cincinnati goalie got to it, excuse me. Now looking for a breakout, but man, full court pressure still. Connor Callahan blocks an out attempt from Cincinnati, and now he is just giving hell to the defenseman in the zone. Chris Conlon knocks it back in. They're still fighting for it. Connor Callahan is everywhere right now, in their zone at least. Echeverria is making a hard skate to chase a Cincinnati Bearcat up the neutral zone, and a nice defensive play caught by Fattaroli. Fattaroli is now skating up the ice with Chris Conlon. Chris Conlon has it far side, ends up losing it to a Bearcat. And another big hit. No one falls, but big hit from Jaron Cohen along the boards. Lots of room. Fattaroli steps in. He looks really comfortable on his feet right now. Ends up whiffing on a pass, but he had some solid control there for a good stretch. Man, Bobby Penrod knocks it in back to the zone, ends up coming out with it. Or excuse me, a Bearcat ends up coming out with it. Cincinnati now into the offensive zone. A long stretch pass ended up as a dangerous play, and then Profs, the Profs end up knocking it out of the zone. Man, play's moving so fast right now. I was stumbling over my words. It's still going. It's just such good hockey. It's high quality hockey. 20 seconds to go in the first period. Got Rucci on the face-off here. The bubble line. Like I said, these are veterans and playing on this ice forever. You've seen what they can do. I think a few times already their line hasn't had a goal. And we get a quick Jacob Holland end up hitting the net with a clearance attempt. So that'll be a face-off in the zone here.
You know, it's funny. I think hockey's the only sport where you would want to play where you played first for the rest of your life. Because any other field or something would break down after the years, but
yep. And we got 6 seconds left here as the Bearcats struggle to get a puck out of the Profs corner. Rowan gets it deep. Oh man, that was it looked like he was going to get somewhere for a moment. Bobby Penrod was chasing the puck down, but the time ran out. And that was the end of the first period here at Hollydale Ice Arena. Man, what do you guys think? That was some great hockey. I mean, the Profs were up 6-2, can't argue with it, but I enjoyed every minute of it.
Electric first period. Our goalie gets 5 saves and 7 opportunities. Doing not a bad job, defensive side of things, and aggressive play leads to more goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Rowan, came out on fire. They were physical, sharing the puck. And hopefully they continue into the second period.
Yeah, they came out tough. They're showing this is my home turf. We've been playing for this. We're ready. We're not going to get pushed over on our home turf. But like we said, we just saw Cincinnati pop a goal in. They're not giving up, which is you should never give up. And it's great to see guys it's 6-2. We got 2 more periods to score 4 goals. So, of course we want the Profs to put some more in the net. But as long as good hockey, I'm good with that. I think we want to take a quick break, and we'll come back.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Sounds good.
Thanks. All right, we are back here for the second period, Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. On a beautiful Sunday afternoon. The Profs put up a lot of goals in the first period. It's 6-2 against the Cincinnati Bearcats. And got a fresh sheet of ice here. Rowan's playing down our end for this period. Should be a good time. Man, they were hard pressed from the jump, and they didn't let off. I mean, they were creative. They were worked. They dug out pucks into the offensive zone. Looking great shape opening day here.
Fast and aggressive play, and it's really helped out in the first period so far. They can continue to translate that and keep doing well.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to continue. You know, you wonder what they say at halftime too, like what that conversation's like. But like you said, as long as they continue what they've been doing, they'll be just fine. I mean, it's 6-2. There's 2 periods left. It's not to say Cincinnati isn't going to come back at any point and score 4 goals in 2 minutes. Who knows? But Profs just got to continue doing what they've been doing, like you said. All right, here we are for puck drop, period 2. Won by the Rowan Profs. Immediately up, Jarrett Stricken up in the neutral zone. Plays it up to Ramos and back to Stricken. Cincinnati ends up with it, walking into the zone here with a nice shot, but high and wide. Quick back and forth in the far neutral zone there from Ramos. And Stricken ends up on the Cincinnati for a quick shot. Right in the defensive zone to the left of the goalie. Trevor Rucci taking a face-off. You got 2 Profs stacked on the same side here. So I don't know if one's making a rush to the point, which it looks like Ramos is headed out that way slowly. Puck comes out, squeaks out of the corner and sent across by Cincinnati. Cincinnati sent it back into the Profs net, behind the net. Excuse me, Trevor Rucci fighting for it in the corner. All in the ice, up and down, and here comes Stricken up his own boards here. And he hits Bobby Penrod. Bobby Penrod sends it across the middle for Nick Ramos. Hard pass with misses. Oh, and Ramos almost turned it into a good play there. Bounced off the boards, and he almost chipped one up into the goalie. And here goes Penrod into the zone hard, back behind the net for Ramos. And here's Paul Keys pinching up, catch a puck along the shortboard, and Rucci back there to back him up. And Bearcats come up with it into the neutral zone. Bobby Penrod steps in front, sends it back to Rucci. Rucci shovels it in deep. And the Bearcats go back to collect. Penrod putting the pressure on in front of the net. Cincinnati looking for a long pass here. And he makes a long pass, ends up on Stricken's stick. And Stricken seems to get tackled from behind, no call. He didn't fall, but he was held up by both arms. And now it's a turnover in the neutral zone. Bearcats walk in, top of the circle, fake shot, and Stricken drops the Bearcat. It looks like he's going to call a roughing call, though. He got a hand up high into the cage there. That was a hell of a hit, though.
Damn. Wow. That was a big hit by Stricken, man.
He's got to just tuck that elbow in. Don't bring it up high, but he was in the right position, right timing, right pace. He did get him in the face mask. Number 14, Sam Dorff, just caught a nice shot to the face, but I mean, he stepped into the offensive zone and Stricken did what he had to do. So now we got an odd man shift here.
You know, I think sometimes you'll take those penalties too, you know?
It depends. I mean, you had 2 guys stepping into the high slot there. I mean, listen, if he was going to fire off a shot, you don't know what he saw. And you're right, sometimes. I mean, the game's a little 6-2. I think sometimes you lay off. But now Cincinnati controls, takes a shot from the center of the point. And brought in by A.J. Colella there. Number 20, Jacob Guptill with a shot from the high slot there. Or excuse me, from the point. So it's 5-on-4, another minute, 45 seconds here. We have back-to-back face-offs to the left of A.J. Colella here. Trevor Rucci trying to win one, excuse me. And Cincinnati comes out with it again. They're moving the puck from point to point here. And looking for an opening. Rucci doing a nice job of getting in front of this defenseman every time he gets the puck. Bearcats send it back, a fake shot. And the puck sent towards A.J. Colella on a bouncer. And it comes out to the slot, but nobody comes up with it. Bearcats back at the point again. A couple steps in, shot and floater. Nice coverage by the Rowan defense, taking a man in front of the net. And we get a whistle. It was not covered, but I don't know if the ref lost sight of it or what. A lot of action in front of the net there. Good defense by Rowan.
Sticks are flying.
Yeah, right. Literally. All right. You got Dave Cutler taking the draw here. And we're going to get a quick stoppage. It looks like Cincinnati took off before the puck hit the ice there. But again, we're to the left of A.J. Colella. Face-off goes back to the point for Cincinnati, now in control in the corner. Oh, nice hands. Nice hands by Jacob Holland, take control of the puck. Bounced around a few times, and the Profs send it down deep. I believe that's JT Zangara who's in on that short board there, trying to collect the puck in the offensive zone. Unable to do so, but Paul Keyes stepping up, pinching in, which is a good play, and he comes up with it again. Cincinnati tried to clear him, but Keyes was at the point there. Oh, he makes a nice move inside towards the slot. He can't get through. Puck trickles in. Wow, look at that.
Nice.
Paul Keyes did a nice job of keeping that puck in the zone. He pinched along this short side. He kept fighting for it back into the corner. It kind of popped and squirted out to JT Zangara, who it just trickled through the 5-hole there. But that was good work by Paul Keyes, finished off by JT Zangara.
Yeah, Zangara did a good job on mop-up duty there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right place, right time. You got another position, and he was there. So we are 7-2 here in the 17 minutes left in the second period of Rowan Profs opening day. I think there's still, 5-4. There's still 36 seconds left on that penalty. So we just a shorthanded goal. It's not looking good for Cincinnati right now. Face off one. Here's Keyes comes back with it, and it gets sent down again for a clear. Jacob Holland sent it deep, and Cincinnati is now trying to get set up and put a cohesive breakout together, which we have not seen a whole lot of from Cincinnati. And I expected a big hit there. Puck fluttered around him though. And Bearcats through the neutral zone. Puck gets tipped back in, and Carter Jones comes up with it. Turns it back over to Cincinnati. Cincinnati through the neutral zone. A couple nice passes, but a missed opportunity there. Jacob Holland playing defense in behind his own net. Bearcats send it behind Colella. And Profs come up with it right off front of the opposing bench. Cam Chandler with a nice little sauce pass here. Oh, and a nice shot. Chris Conlon. Big Chris Conlon, man. That was a nice saucer pass there by Cam Chandler. Right over the stick of the defenseman. Lands on Conlon's stick, and Conlon finishes.
Textbook play. The chemistry is just really showing. Like you kind of saw it. Just back and forth action. We're able to dump it in.
Mm-hmm. You're right, Spencer. This is just textbook, man. They're just.
I mean, they're really you said the chemistry. They're really just. It looked effortless, for a minute there. Face off one.
And it's really impressive that in week one you can see that they already have this chemistry, that carried over from years past, and bringing in the new guys and showing them the program, and just building that chemistry. Yeah, like like you said, there was a lot of new guys, but they still, it's like, hey, here's how we've been doing this, and they're gelling really well tonight. All right, turn it over to Cincinnati in the neutral zone. Back to Tanner Schroeder, comes up with the puck right around center ice, and drops it off for Cam Chandler, who circles outside the dot, sends it back into the middle for Tanner Schroeder. Looks like he caught a stick to the hands for a second there. Jared Cohen keeps the puck in the zone. Decent hit from Tanner Schroeder along the boards there. Puck goes behind the net. Cincinnati goes to clear it out into the corner, and Schroeder is again around the puck, but Cincinnati ends up roofing it and hits a light. I believe that stays in the zone. We mentioned it briefly before the game. Tanner Schroeder is transferred in, I believe, from Bryn Athyn. He came over with Jimmy Pollock, his line mate. So they are part of what they've called now the Magi line. Originally there was a third transfer in, and so the line got changed up a little bit, but they were called the Magi line because they were the three wise men, age and experience. Nice little nickname there. But Tanner Schroeder is usually everywhere. Bobby Penrod with a shot from just outside the dot. Gets blocked off by the goalie, and a nice neutral zone play by Frateroli there to stop the skater from getting the puck. You got big Jared Cohen, wings the puck around the boards all the way down. Trevor Rucci in to put some pressure on Cincinnati. Oh no. He comes up with the puck. Trevor Rucci dishes out to Bobby Penrod. Bobby Penrod back in behind for Trevor Rucci. Rucci just knows how to protect the puck, and he's always coming over to Cohen over to Frateroli. Frateroli gets dumped into
to the left of the circle in the offensive zone. Puck still manages to get out to Cohen. Cohen with a reach around the defenseman, and he sends it back in behind Cincinnati's goalie. Cohen at the point with another slap shot along the ice, finished off by Trevor Rucci.
Not bad.
Man, 9-2 here, 14 minutes, just over 14 minutes left in the second period. Jared Cohen took a nice little snapshot, I'll say. The puck stayed on the ice. It trickled out in front, and Trevor Rucci cleaned it up. So it happens when you leave a man open in front of the net. And Cincinnati's going to change their goalie. Rough day. It is only one day, though, for that goalie, so hopefully he gets back on his feet. But that's tough, 9-2 opening day here.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Phillies-Marlins game, you know?
They've been struggling, yes. Cincinnati comes out from behind their own net. Nice little touch pass up the ice here, and they are streaking. Dave Cutler makes a nice play to put some pressure on the offenseman, and he comes up with the puck after a couple of bumps here. And sends it into the behind the net. A nice play by Cutler, sending it in and hustling after it, making them make difficult passes. You know, so much of the time you see players who skate into other players don't come up with the puck, but he's still forcing a bad pass. He's forcing the player to make a decision he does not want to make, which causes turnovers. Cincinnati in the offensive zone after a point sends one in towards Colella, ends up getting blocked by, it looks like, their own player. And Rowan's out to the neutral zone. Ooh, nice little flip there. Vance Moran tried to flip it in front of him, didn't end up on his stick. And then we got Jacob Holland send it back out to neutral zone. Now JT Zangara sends it in behind Cincinnati's goalie. Cincinnati's controlling it here. And a fluttering pass. Got to clear the zone, though. Here comes Zangara charging in along the right dot. Swoops in, around. Oh, and he looks to either center the pass, bank it off of somebody, try to get the puck out in front for an opportunity. Well, Mike Miller sent it over to his defenseman, up to Dave Cutler into the neutral zone here. Dave Cutler walking in slowly on top of the circle, ends up passing it. What a nice pass by Cutler. Couldn't finish. Vance Moran took a shot, but just couldn't put it in. Cincinnati Bearcats are backing behind Colella now, and they're looping around. Jacob Holland rides his guy into the boards and creates a turnover. Now we're back out to neutral zone. Vance Moran walking in, stops above the circle, sends it in behind the goalie. And Cincinnati comes up with it. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Gets back to Carter Jones. Carter Jones gives it back to Echeverria. And now we're back to Carter Jones with a backhand. Look, he was trying to roof a backhand shot there. That was pretty cool. And again, Carter Jones fighting for it in the corner here. He's going to create a turnover. Oh, Cincinnati takes it back, though. A couple of checks there from Cincinnati, and they're charging into the neutral zone here. Jared Stricken and Paul Keys playing defense. And Jared Stricken manages to squeak it out to the neutral zone. And now you got Cam Chandler who picks it up, dishes it to Paul Keys. Paul Keys tries to take a snapshot about shin high. It ends up going off the defenseman. And the Bearcats are out in the neutral zone. Speed has really picked up here in the last, what feels like 30 seconds from both teams. We got an icing call. It feels sort of like somebody lit a fire under the Bearcats here. Yeah. Still a 7-goal differential, but like I said, the speed feels like it's doubled.
Yeah, I think they're realizing if they want to get back in this game, they have to start chipping away at this large lead, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, they can't keep doing the same things they've been doing, and that's the bottom line. I mean,
yeah, it looks like they have a little bit more sense of urgency.
And we got a puck held up on the dot and finally cleared out by the Profs into the Cincinnati Bearcats offensive zone, and Echeverria skates in and forces them to come out. Here we got a 3-on-2. Now we got a 3-on-3, and Bearcats throw it at the net, and Bearcats throw a puck from the far side outside the dot to Colella. Colella saves it, but the rebound comes out hard off his blocker, and it manages to get picked up by another Bearcat who fires it home. So, tough call. I mean, yeah, Colella made a nice save. This man was left alone. That play happened so fast. 9-3 here at Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey.
Yeah, for the Bearcats, that was Brennan Armstrong, and yeah, like you said, off the deflection, just got a nice look and slammed it in.
Another right place, right time for The Bearcats this time, though. And a nice pass through the center. Here come the Bearcats charging up with another nice pass over. You had a good tic-tac-toe play there for a second. And the Bearcats are behind the net. He passed it back looking for a point man, and it ends up turnover to Tanner Schroeder, who's walking in high slot, who tries to make a nice, oh, look at this. Oh, you almost had two backhand passes to each other as line mates here, the Pollock, Schroeder, and Zangara line. And Schroeder manages to clear it out. And there is what seems to be interference will not be called.
Wow.
Jimmy Pollock got plucked by a stick skating through neutral zone without the puck, and no call there.
Yeah, and Keys did a really good job of setting him up there with that pass, too. They had something going there. I'm surprised they didn't call a interference penalty on that.
Pretty blatant from here.
Yeah, right. I agree. I mean, that stick out underneath his arm, and he took him down. But you're right. And Keys, even as a defenseman, has been playing very aggressive, forward-minded defense, stepping up, pinching up, creating plays. He managed to get in on a goal recently. And another win by Rucci right to Ramos. Oh, and the defenseman falls back, so it gives Ramos a lot of space. Ramos tried to send it in front hard and bank it off somebody, but nobody caught it. And now the Bearcats are coming up the ice with Ramos skating on a hard back check. And he still manages to get the high slot. The shot's blocked, and Frateroli's looking to clear now, and he does so finally to his own point. Trevor Rucci shovels the puck deep, and Bobby Penrod in to chase it down. Around the horn here to Jared Cohen. Excuse me. Yep, Jared Cohen. Back into the corner is Rucci. I haven't seen a player consistently battle along the boards tonight, or this afternoon, like Trevor Rucci. And he's not the biggest guy, but he is consistently battling along the boards and winning. And there he is on the back check.
Yeah. I mean, as they traditionally say, it's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah, I like that. A level deeper, yeah. Absolutely, man. I mean, listen, especially if you're underestimated, they see a little guy come in, they're like, oh, I got this. Nah, he's got more heart, he's got more fight.
Yeah.
The Bearcats looking like they want to bounce back a little bit, see how far it goes. 6-goal lead here by the Profs. Hollydale Ice Arena, Sewell, New Jersey. September 12th here, opening day for the Profs.
It's kind of like you said before, though it is 9-3, it still feels like a close game the way they're playing. No one's dragging away too far in the direction.
I agree. No one's taking over control for a serious amount of time where it's, the ice isn't leaning one way. It's just a matter of hard work plays, and we got a little stalemate here in the corner, in the Cincinnati corner. It comes out, reaches to the Profs. It reached to a Prof defenseman who fluttered one in, ended up bouncing off. I'm sorry, that was Cam Chandler back at the point who fluttered that puck in, and it got a few bounces before it hit the ice, and we're back into our own zone. But now Frateroli's up our own board in front of the Cincinnati bench, into the neutral zone. Ooh, with a nice little toe drag backwards there. Just a point of control. Nothing giant came of it, but he passes over to Tanner Schroeder. Tanner Schroeder in hard around the net, sends it back to our defenseman Cam Chandler, or whoever's at the point, I should say, Cam Chandler. And we should have an ice. Oh no, no icing call. Excuse me. There's a penalty. All right, so now we got Cam Chandler trying to move the puck up in front of the benches, but ends up losing it. Getting dumped. Got to chase into the puck here. Colella comes out of the net, sends it around. Frateroli dishes it back to Ramos. Ramos behind his own net here, trying to make a decision. And he comes out along the far side.
Yeah, I think Colella was getting a little bored back there, so he wanted to do a little something. Had to move.
Decided to come out and play a little.
Yeah, his legs fell asleep, All
right, and the puck goes back to Bobby Penrod. Penrod over to Rucci. Rucci with a shot that got blocked by a defenseman on a down knee. And a weak pass from Bobby Penrod, but and a hit from behind from the Bearcat. I don't know how that plays out, but
back and forth play here.
Yeah, really.
A lot of hits.
I know, that's the other thing is both teams are hitting. Rucci over to Bobby Penrod, who takes his time and looks for a snapshot. Rebound comes off, Profs are hacking at it, but nothing comes of it. Cincinnati manages to clear the zone, and we got, that is Trevor Rucci on the puck. Over to Jared Cohen. There's Big Conlon on the ice. Get him in front of the net, but he comes up with the puck. Ramos in front. Oh, Ramos just off to the right side slot there. Tries to get it over to his line mate and couldn't. And Bearcats with a nice pass, but it bounces off the stick, and now he's behind the net. Nice defensive play by Bobby Penrod getting back. Cincinnati came around the net hard there, looking to put something in front of the net, maybe create a goal. And Ramos has a pick in the neutral zone here. He is one man, but manages to get a shot off. One man versus three there.
Ooh.
Man, could you If he caught him there, Conlon was eyeing up the hit. He only got a piece of the guy, but just the residual weight that hit the glass after didn't sound good. And Cincinnati clears the zone. They're going to call icing here. Oh, no, they called it off. Cincinnati beat him to the puck. And in behind our own zone. Mike Miller going to battle here. Ends up coming with it. Still fighting for the puck along the corner. Bearcats into the slot. Man untouched there. Backhands it into Colella. Colella spits it back out. And you got Vance Moran try to hit Zangara across through the zone and just missed. And now you got Zangara in the far corner here fighting for the puck. It comes back. Dave Cutler there to pick it up. He goes back to the defensive zone. Sounds a flutter. Mike Miller sent a little flutter puck there trying to get something to bounce, but goalie was all over it. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period here. Man, that was played a few minutes there without stoppage too.
Yeah, back and forth.
Oh, and a whiff at the point here by Mike Miller, but he manages to stick with it, knock it back in for Cutler. Cutler shovels it over to Vance Moran. Moran loses the puck at his feet. That was, at least they stuck with that though. Could have been worse. And here is Jacob Holland along his, and offside call. Excuse me, that play happened so fast I couldn't even catch up to it. Jacob Holland tried to clear the puck there, went out of the zone. Bearcats back in the zone, so we get an offside call. I mean, I know, damn, we can't say it enough, but back and forth. I mean, it's like the Bearcats, if they would have started this a period and a half ago, might have a different score. Although you said it, Connor, Colella's been kind of just leaning over in that position for a little while.
Yeah, he hasn't had many shots on goal to be worried about. So.
Bearcats did send it on our zone, however, we wheeled it out, and now we're back into the Bearcats' offensive zone. Oh, and the Profs come up with it just into the corner. Carter Jones almost had the puck there. It ended up getting turned back over to Cincinnati. Now you got a point from the shot, blocked. Jarrett Stricken. Big Conlon swimming around down there in the offensive zone. Bearcats break out finally, cut to the middle and the dump. Bearcats going back to the dump and chase, except their chase looks a lot faster than it was in the first period. Ends with a big hit also. Conlon backhands it along the boards. Carter Jones going in, but Bearcats come up with it and send it out. And now Paul Keys comes out, neutral zone, feet moving. And he manages to get squeak past both defenders. Tries to center the puck, bounces back onto his stick, keeping control, being patient, waiting. Backhands back into the zone. I'm okay with that play. Keep it in the zone. Oh, and a backhand into the center slot, but the goalie put his stick on it. And now the Bearcats clear. And a long clear. Oh, called it. Oh, man. That should have been an icing call, what I felt like. But the Bearcats coming down. Who was that? Number... I don't even know who that was, but what we had is a hit from behind, or I don't want to say a hit, but a shove from behind sent our own prof into the boards, legs first. Not the safest play. That was Jacob Marone from the Cincinnati Bearcats. Just trying to cancel the icing, but ended up getting a penalty. Our player's okay. He popped up. I didn't even see who it was, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I want to say it was Keys.
I think it was on, Keys.
Was it Keys?
That was definitely a dirty play there by...
Yeah, it's just a little too much. Every time you see numbers facing you, just go, you got to know you can't just send somebody into the boards.
Probably a little frustrated, too.
Absolutely. So now you had a face-off, went all the way down into the Bearcat zone. They won and wheeled it all the way back in behind Colella. Colella comes out and plays it. Now you got Frateroli, turns it over along his own board, but Vance Moran comes up with it, goes to Schroeder up the ice. Puck in behind Cincinnati net. Fight for it along the boards here. Cam Chandler comes up with it, puts it out front for Schroeder. Schroeder can't quite collect it. Now he's got possession. Turns up into the high slot. Looking for a shot. Ooh, off the goalie's glove, it looked like.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Oh, Tanner Schroeder just dumps a guy into the boards. And they're calling a penalty for what? I'm not sure. It looked clean to me. But that Cincinnati Bearcat turned to come up the ice, and there was Cam Chandler who just ran him over.
Yeah, he's still sitting on the ice, too. I think he's all right, but... And
Bennett, and assistant coach Bennett is, yelling at the ref. Now, I don't know if it's hostile, but the ref seems to be hostile back. I think I saw the same thing Bennett saw. I didn't see a dirty hit necessarily. I don't know what happened there. I mean, there was chest to chest. There was nothing high, at least from this vantage point. And now we got to face off in front of Kalila. So you have 4-on-4 hockey for another minute and 20 seconds here. There's 4 minutes left in this period, so nothing carries over, but 4-on-4 hockey.
I think the refs might have called a penalty there because things are starting to get a little chippy.
You want to even it out?
So maybe that was their way of saying to cut it out, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, you wish you do that with a warning and not wait till penalties, but I agree with you though if he's got to even it out that way. So now you got a lot of open ice here. You got 4-on-4 hockey and a lot of skating to do. So it's just about control right now. And here's Trevor Rucci. He's trying to make his way into the zone. Gets around 2 defensemen and manages control. Now he loses to the Bearcats coming up the ice here. 3-on-2 from the Bearcats. Trevor Rucci manages to get back into the play. It's not before a Bearcat shot went wide. Puck finds its way behind the net again, and Frateroli stays control, stays patient. I think he needs to get the puck off his stick, but he ends up keeping control. Profs have the puck. Trevor Rucci, makes a nice little stop move there. Rucci caught a late hit there in the neutral zone, which I thought should have been a penalty, but I don't think ref saw it or it was a big enough hit to even care about it. And the ref blows a whistle. He's handing out a bench minor right now. He's handing out a bench minor to Coach Bennett. And he's telling him that you just keep going, you need to stop. Bennett looks like he's trying to plead his case, and he looks like he's doing so respectably, to be honest with you. But
it does seem like he's screaming back.
No, I think he's in the right here. When the refs don't do their job, they deserve to get yelled
well,
at.
and Bennett had his captain take a late hit here in the neutral zone. It wasn't a monstrous hit. Nobody ended up on their back, but you can't allow it because then this is how it gets worse.
Exactly.
So so I don't know if he's calling bench minor or issuing an official warning. I'm not exactly sure how this goes.
Yeah. Yeah, at first I thought the refs were trying to contain the game. Now it seems like their ego is just in control.
Yeah. So now it's 4-on-3 hockey. And Cohen manages to dump it deep. So you got a double minor now. Or excuse me, not a double minor. You got 2 minors, I guess is what it is. And Bearcats getting set up here in the zone. The Profs playing a triangle, it looks like. Ramos is in that high slot. You got Cohen and Frateroli down low. And they're keeping a tight triangle also. Frateroli rolling up. Bearcats looking to squeeze something in here. Back to the point. Back to the low man next to. And a nice little sliding a block, I guess I'll call it, from Jared Cohen, but he managed to get in front of the puck there. Back behind the net. Bearcats looking to set it up. He comes out to the circle from behind Kalila. Now he's on top of the circle. Over to his point man, number 25 from the Bearcats. Takes a shot. Looks like it deflected up high into the net there. Yeah, I totally agree with you. So now you create this. You have another 3 seconds of an odd man rush. Now it's 5-on-3 because Bennett was trying to protect his players.
Exactly. Yeah, the refs escalated the situation.
I agree.
So
or at the very least, they waited too long. You should have called a penalty besides, or given a warning. Now the Bearcats are in. Puck lands in the slot. Now comes along the boards, and Pollock trying to dig it out. Bearcats come up with it. So now looks like we're playing a little box here. Ooh, and a nice shot from the Bearcats. Hits the crossbar. That was the closest they come in this odd man rush here. They're definitely looking to capitalize. So now you have 5-on-4, for another 40 seconds. And back to the point. Bearcats fire. Kalila collects it. Blown whistle. We get another face-off to the right of Kalila, I believe.
I believe so. 35 seconds on that penalty, 150 left in the period. You got to think on defensive mindset at this point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Pollock gets pushed off the face-off here, but steps up to play D. Nice. Ah, man. There was a shot taken from the point that Colella got a pad on. It trickled back out, and the Bearcats cleaned it up. So a power play goal for the Bearcats. A minute 40 left in the second period. You know, there was only one goal. It was a hard shot, I believe, from them. Every goal has been that same bounce off, trickle in, clean up, which says something about the Profs defense. But then also, you know, you got to be ready for taking a man in front of the net when that puck is on a rebound.
Yeah, you always have to be ready for second chance opportunities on offense and defense. You know, offense taking advantage of them, and on defense stopping them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had the chance to speak with Coach Bennett before the season, and he said he believes that more games are won in special teams than people even know about. And that's just exactly what happened right there. Now, the score is 9-4 here, but just as a point of and here we are, JT St. Garrett rushing in, walks right into the net there and ends up a stick under his stick, so he couldn't get a good shot off. But now we got Vance Moran digging for it behind the net. Bearcats come up with it after a shove from Moran. But yeah, special teams is one of the things that he needs to stay at a certain percentage. I mean, you just can't have it. Now, again, this game's a little bit different because the score differential is so large, but you still have to practice habits right now. This is game one. It's about falling into patterns, you know. And Cutler comes out with the neutral zone here. There's some rough stuff here in the neutral zone, and refs calling a penalty on Rowan. Again, 22 from Cincinnati. Has his hand out as if to ask what's happening. Maybe he's getting his own penalty. Yeah, both doors open up. They're calling 1-1 here. So number 4, Mike Miller, gets a penalty, as well as number 22 from Cincinnati, Daniel Beebe. Not sure how to pronounce it, but he calls them both, which I kind of like, because now it's okay, now you evened it out. Yeah, they play 4-on-4 hockey. It's not even 5-on-5. And Cincinnati plays it out from behind their own net. A couple quick passes, and they're just into the neutral zone here. 30 seconds left. Oh, and a nice cross-ice pass there. Cincinnati's charging in. A nice defensive play by Mike Federoli. And here we go. We got a 3-on-1 here with 23 seconds left. Rucci with the puck. He's going to sauce it over to Bobby Penrod. And a nice tip and a better save by the goalie. And another setup. Jared Cohen tried to hit Bobby Penrod down low and just missed wide. That was a beautiful back-to-back play there. Trevor Rucci comes up with the puck in neutral zone. Back to Jared Cohen. 3 seconds left. Probably just let this play out here. And the conclusion of the second period. So second period over at 9-4 Rowan. There's still a penalty left on the board. There's 2 penalties. There should be, I believe, because they called them coincidental. But, man, I mean, we saw a little bit of a fire lit under the Bearcats, but nothing to accumulate goals. They definitely did put a couple in, but you still kind of see it slanted towards Rowan a little bit. I think Rowan has to get back to first period play, but they didn't show much of a difference.
Yeah, Rowan's, the Bearcats definitely played better in the second period, and but still at the end of it, Rowan won the period 3-2.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, as long as they keep up what they're doing, they're obviously going to walk out of here with a win.
All right, we are going to take another break here while we get a fresh sheet of ice, and we will return shortly. I appreciate it. All right, welcome back to RTN. My name is Matt Delavecchio. I'm here with Connor Brown and Spencer Reyes as we enter the third period of Rowan Profs opening day game here. And it is a shellacking right now, 9-4. Bearcats caught a little fire in the second period there. Not enough to bring it up to a tie game, but hopefully they continue. Rowan Profs have been everywhere. I mean, Spencer, you said it a couple times about the chemistry and the way they're moving the puck. They've looked great today. We are, I think it's 4-on-4 is what we left in the second period. We'll continue that way for at least another minute and 48 seconds. Not a bad opening day at all for Rowan Profs right now.
Yeah, great game overall. Kind of like we said before already. Still feels really, really close. Down to the nitty-gritty.
I agree.
Yeah, Rowan's played really well throughout. Cincinnati started playing a little better there at the end of the second period. So now Rowan just has to do what they've been doing all game.
Yeah.
Finish off Cincinnati.
All right, face off here. Puck won by Rowan, sent up in the neutral zone and just into the top of the circles of the Cincinnati zone. Cleared back out to the neutral zone and ends up going all the way back down behind. AJ Colella playing it. Paul Keys comes around his own net and looks to work it up the boards. Ooh, ends up losing the puck, and it is retained by the Profs. And here they come charging into the zone to the dot. Oh, look at this nice little goal shoveled up over the goalie of Cincinnati Bearcats. Man, short side just above the shoulder. Cam Chandler came in like a bat out of hell off that left side and just shoved it just above that goalie on the short side. Wow. So we are 10-4 here into the third period. Minute and 21 left. Paul Keys just managed to keep control of it in his own zone, pushed it out to the neutral zone, and Cam Chandler came flying, man. And he was outside the dot there, too, when he shot that puck. Face off, and here we are. Bearcats moving into the offensive zone. Take a shot, bounces off Colella into the net. Stoppage here. Well, man, Bearcats open up the third period, sinking deeper than where they were.
And you're right too on that goal by Chandler. He came in out of nowhere.
Yeah,
he was flying in.
A quick shot off the face-off. Colella sends it aside, and we're behind the net here. Bearcats have control. Again, it's 4-on-4. There's a lot of ice right now, so a lot of skating. It's easy to make a mistake. Larger angles. We're in the Profs are coming out of their defensive zone. Oh, and it's kept in. Oh no, just out by the Bearcats. But then Connor Callahan comes up over an attempted hit. Looked a little sloppy. Callahan back with it, walks right in front of the net, and now it's Ramos and Callahan. Oh, and they couldn't quite finish. The Cincinnati goalie just poked it out of the direction of Callahan. That was a nice play from the two of them. A good move by Jared Cohen coming into the zone here. He flips it up, tip up, hit the ceiling. Another face-off in the zone, it should be. So we did see the refs come out to the rink and immediately go talk to head coach Dan Damani. We don't know what that was about. I assume it was something about the argument between Bennett and the ref earlier. I don't know if there was a warning given or what. I know he gave a bench minor earlier. Oh, and here we got a turnover into the offensive zone. Right back to Chris Conlon, who just can't come up with it. And Jared Stricken takes a snapshot from the top of the circles, gets blocked off into the corner. Puck is around Cincinnati net and back up the boards. Mike Frateroli pinches in just off the point and ends up turning it over to Cincinnati. I'm sorry, down into our Profs. Oh, for an icing. We'll come all the way back down. Yeah, so there was a decent-sized argument between the refs and assistant coach Brian Bennett there. Ended up in a bench minor at one point. So I don't know what the conversation was coming out into this third period, but it was directed right to Dan Damani.
Reporter note, only 11 seconds left on that penalty clock.
Okay, so we'll be even again in another few seconds here. Offsides call, puck is behind Cincinnati. Bearcats getting set up here. Big Chris Conlon forcing a pass out, and we got Cincinnati out to the neutral zone. Mike Frateroli pushing him outside the funnel. A wide shot from Cincinnati. Comes up the short board, and a turnover. Cincinnati turns up into the high slot with a snapshot wide. Frateroli looked to me like that would have been interference, but Frateroli trying to break it out, can't do it. And here we go, JT Zangara. Skating up with Chris Conlon. Zangara outside the point. Oh, and he slides it right underneath the goalie's pads. JT Zangara just outside the dot. As soon as he hits the red line, slips one, it reminded me of Ovechkin scoring that, or who scored the overtime goal? I'm sorry, not Ovechkin. On the Flyers years ago, again in the Stanley Cup. But either way, just before he hits the red line, he slips a puck just under the Cincinnati's pads there. I actually think it was Patrick Kane from the Blackhawks years ago. He slipped one underneath the goalie there in a Stanley Cup final. But we are 11-4 with 17 minutes left in the third period here at Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey.
That's another puck change again for another freshman's first goal.
Oh, yeah, did they switch the pucks out?
Yeah.
That's always cool to see.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And here we go. Profs right back into the offensive zone.
And they're shooting.
Not a bad take.
Yeah. And they are moving. Ryan Echeverria there he is again. He took the shot. Now is chasing his own puck back into the neutral zone and comes up with it. Quick pass over to Jacob Holland, who clears it out in the neutral zone and down the ice. They're going to call no icing on this. Carter Jones in to try and force something, and he does. Vance Moran makes a nice little move, protecting the puck with his body behind the net. And he's still with it. Still with it the whole way. Got it back to the point. And the puck is in behind Cincinnati goalie there. Bearcat goes down. Puck comes out. Sent in and around the zone and back behind into the corner again. Nice play by the Profs, keeping pressure on Ryan Echeverria. Excuse me. Man, that's a tough one to get past.
Yeah.
Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Bobby Penrod, as he skates, dishes it over the stick of a Bearcat to Jacob Holland, who wings it around behind the net. Penrod throwing a little shoulder at the end of his skate there. Jacob Holland putting somebody into the boards. Trevor Rucci he's been the most controlled against the boards, and here he is into the slot. A nice shot from Bobby Penrod, and a follow-up backhand from Rucci, but it doesn't go anywhere. I think it was actually, a save by the Cincinnati Bearcat goalie. And they're going to call icing on this, but just for safety purposes, AJ Kalele covers up.
Doing a very good job of keeping it in Cincinnati's territory for a long time. 2 minutes span.
Yeah, I mean, 11-4 and sustained, tenacious pressure. So,
Yes.
hey, look, it's their opening day on their own ice, you know.
You can tell they feel really comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rowan's come out in this third period looking like a team that wants to just end things now.
Yeah. Yeah, you almost wish there's in men's league we have a mercy rule. They're ready to go home, but. And here's Trevor Rucci protecting the puck again. Ends up causing a turnover. Paul Keys pinches in, and this puck's at his skates. He doesn't quite know where it is. Bobby Penrod takes it into the corner. Sticks going crazy. Here's Rucci again coming up in the high slot right at the point. Oh, he manages to keep it into the zone. He's getting peppered by a defenseman. Ramos tries to shovel in front and just whiffs. Penrod back to Ramos behind the net. Ramos is in his corner back to the point. And defenseman, and a nice shot low and tipped up by Rucci, but off the post. There's a nice shot by Jared Stricken, too, in the 5. Oh, and a puck from Rucci back to Penrod. Penrod hits the goalie. Puck wings around back to Paul Keys, back to Penrod, tries to shovel it across to Ramos. There was going to be a tic-tac play there, and he just whiffed on it. And Stricken back, pinches up again, sends it back in, and finally the Bearcats clear. Just to the top of the circles, and here's Paul Keys going to go around his own net. Bearcats pressing. Oh, little sloppy line change there. Is that an icing call? It is, yeah. I think we got some confusion of who was coming on the ice and hopping off, and ends up in a face-off in front of Kalele. Face-off here in our own zone. I believe that's Jimmy Pollock taking a face-off, number 19. Back to the Bearcats' defensive point there, and Stricken hustles after it into the boards. Also finishes with a shoulder. Nice little flutter into the slot. Luckily, defenseman was there. Bobby Penrod shovels it up to Ramos. Ramos is run down the ice. Oh, man, there was a lot of body in when he was skating there, but he didn't end up getting a good shot off. Still calls us a face-off in the offensive zone. Yeah, it is Jimmy Pollock, Tanner Schroeder out on the rink right now, along with Cam Chandler. comes off the glass. Schroeder tries to knock it down with a stick, is unable to do so. And puck is in the corner of the Profs here. Now, slips in front. It's kind of just dangling on the slot. And they finally poke it out to the corner. Bearcats come up with it back to the point. And a very wide, high shot. Cohen ends up with it in his own corner here. He's looking a heads-up pass. And they break out in neutral zone finally. Schroeder with a nice little spin pass, touch pass. And Schroeder with a shot. Ooh, it hit off a couple guys. Look like it hit the crossbar, at the very top of the crossbar, though. Not technically on net.
Right there, man.
Yeah. Frateroli with the puck steps into the circle, puts it behind. Does take a hit, but he's maintains control and gets it around. And here's Cam Chandler. Just shows up out of nowhere. His feet are always moving. Jimmy Pollock with a nice lead for Cam Chandler, but Chandler couldn't get a stick on it. Pollock does a nice job protecting and keeping it in the zone. Back to Frateroli at the point. Frateroli, I don't know if it hit somebody or what. He didn't get a full shot off. Ends up going behind the net and around to the opposing corner. Cam Chandler. Oh, shovel pass into the slot. Oh, Schroeder could not get a stick on it. Frateroli's back with it again. Nice long, diagonal pass down into the Cam Chandler, into the corner. He couldn't get all of it. That was a nice pass. Good look, good pass. Calling nothing on that. I think both players fell. And now you got Cohen making moves and shoving it behind. Man, full court press here. And they are not letting off. Frateroli from Chandler. Frateroli over to Cohen. Cohen back down into the zone. It's complete control right now. This is what we were talking about earlier. Now it's the one-sided complete control. It doesn't feel like, now it feels like this is what the score should be because of this play.
Yes.
As opposed to earlier where you felt like the Bearcats still wanted to be in it, but now here we go finally. The Bearcats moving into the zone. And he's got nowhere to go, nobody with him. Now he's high slot, banked off of somebody's skate, and a quick shot to Kalella, pops up, gloves it. "12 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. 11-4. Rowan Profs opening strong here against the Cincinnati Bearcats. I mean, there's been no shortage of hard work and no shortage of opportunities from every line, really. And we talked about depth before the game, and it's showing itself today. Bearcats back to the point here. Trying to get something working. You got Zangara and Vance Moran putting pressure on the defenseman at the points. Oh, nice fake shot. Draws in the defenseman back to the point. Now Zangara ends up with a puck up to Vance Moran, and Vance is moving, looking to make a move. Nice defense by Cincinnati. Could not get the puck around. Vance could not get the puck around himself. Now, Bearcats into the offensive zone. Dumping around behind. And it hits the referee, I believe. So now you have a little scuffle for the puck, and finally cleared out by Jacob Holland. I don't know if that's an icing call or not. I guess goalie touched it, so it's off. Bearcats come out from their own zone, break out into the neutral. Oh, a nice little hit. He was on his knees. Connor Callahan was on his knees and managed to get just a good point of leverage on the hips there and knock down the defenseman in the zone.
Seeing a lot of effort out of Callahan today.
He's been very active, man. His feet don't stop moving. He's a slightly smaller Cam Chandler is what I think of him as. Oh, man. The attempted clear gets blocked down by the Cincinnati defenseman and finally back out to the... Oh, now quickly into the offensive zone. Oh, man, he was attempting a Trojak through the feet, but got put on his butt. Connor Callahan tried to make a move with his head down, and that defenseman stepped right into his chest. Jacob Holland now makes a pass.
He still has a cool name, at least.
Chris Collin attempts the, as Coach Bennett would call the Don Cherry, the quick stop at the top of the circle and cut in, and now we got a quick... Oh, we almost had a... Oh, my goodness, we just could not keep the puck on the stick at that point. Had Ryan Echeverria coming across and looked for a backhand pass for his man coming in late, but he just couldn't get it to him. And now big Chris Conlon takes the puck away, and moves the puck slowly into the slot, gets knocked out by a Bearcat, and Jacob Holland just loses possession. Ooh. The Bearcats are in the neutral zone. Nice shovel pass up into the far corner here. Ooh, across the zone, fluttered. Managed to go all the way through, though. And now the puck is stuck with the boards. Bearcats keep it in. Now here's a guy walking into the slot. Cross pass in front of Kalella. Oh, man, and you had a falling offenseman take a shot at it and basically whiffed. And now we got the Profs. Conlon out to center him with a nice move. Oh, he tries to come back with it. Man, that long reach, he put that puck out in front of him while he was standing behind that guy. Oh, and they're looking for a big hit in the high slot there, but they couldn't come up with it. And here's Jared Stricken again, followed by Carter Jones.
Now is the time to try out some new things to get on your highlight reel.
Yeah, they have the time and space for it. You might see something fancy, who knows. And here's Paul Keys again, like we talked about. Oh, man. Got into too tight of a space there. Offensive-minded defenseman that we were talking about earlier, but he got put on his butt.
Yeah, Cincinnati struggled today, but they've had some nice pops in defense. You know, they have hit a couple of us pretty hard a few times.
Yeah, granted, their offense hasn't been alive the whole game, their defense has.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the goals that we scored were very organized goals. It wasn't like because of a lack of defense. It's just
really good passing.
The Profs have been moving the puck very well. They're getting to the open spots. And, positions half the battle sometimes. And held up a face-off there for the same ref. Seems to have a problem with everything. Nick Ramos chasing the puck down, trying to cancel icing. Can't do so. Right back into our own zone in front of Colella.
Broken stick for Keys.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's in pieces.
Yeah, he's back on the bench grabbing a new twig there. Nine minutes, 18 seconds to go. Face-off lost in our own zone. Quick shot bounced out to the side here, around the net. Ooh, Mike Fattaroli tries to pull it back to him along the short board. Ends up losing it to Cincinnati, and Nick Ramos clears out to Penrod. Penrod gets stuck in his feet. And he goes back to Fattaroli in his own corner. Stricken backhands up the boards to Rucci. Rucci along the side, dishes out to the center of the neutral zone, center ice to Bobby Penrod, crosses the top of the circles. Ooh, quick shot, blocked off by the goalie. I like trying to catch him by surprise, though. I mean, Penrod took 3 steps into the top of the circle and turned in and shot. Still trying to pocket some goals here. So you got the bubble line out now. Nick Ramos in front of the net. Rucci's taking the face-off. You got Bobby Penrod against the glass here. He's backed off just a little bit. You got Cohen with a big slap shot behind him, and you got Fattaroli. Oh, there it is. Fattaroli to Cohen, but Cohen's on top of right away. And they try to knock Cohen into the Cincinnati bench. He was off his feet, but I think he's just too big to get over. And Bearcats across the slot with a nice save from Colella. That happened quick there. Ramos knocks up to Rucci. Rucci makes a move in, passes it across to Penrod into the neutral zone. Oh, and another big hit on Bobby Penrod, but a good shot by Nick Ramos. Man, Bobby Penrod let that puck go, and the second, and then Bobby Penrod comes over, and we got a little bit of shoving and pushing here in this low corner. They're going to call a penalty. That guy seemed to go down very easily. I don't know if that was...
Yeah, no, that was definitely a flop, I think.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Penrod didn't throw himself into that guy, but he didn't move out of the way either, so you don't know how that went down. But there is a penalty. So, I mean, it's got to be the 5th or 6th penalty of the game total. I think Penrod was a little frustrated because he just took a giant hit in center of the slot there. I gotta love the Law and Order theme playing in the rink, though.
Nice suspense.
Yeah.
He's gonna go both ways here. Both in the penalty
Oh, he called
box.
both of them?
Yeah, he did.
I believe 25 in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, look at that. So we have a double minor. So 4-on-4 hockey again.
Playing from the side.
I mean, I don't know if a guy's faking it. I think he's the one who should get the penalty.
Yeah.
That's it.
You don't know, like, again, like Penrod didn't throw himself into the guy, but he didn't move either. So you don't know if he stood there tough and hit, who knows. But
And, if a tap knocks him down, hey, that's him, man.
Right, that's the other part of it. How strong are you on your skates?
Yeah.
Now we have a penalty. They're having the face-off in the zone, even in the call they called a double minor. You'd think that would go to center ice, but
Yeah.
Zebras are getting a lot of heat today.
what do we got here? What did they call?
I want to say it was Carter Jones is also in the box, but I don't know why. Number 3.
Did they swap someone out? Or are there 2 guys in the box?
I am not 100% sure what's happening as to why there's 2 men in the box here.
5-4.
Yeah, it's still 5-on-4 hockey, which means there's a trip that's not called. But either way, Bearcats control into the corner here. It's getting a little bit chippy out there, and they attempted clear from Rowan. Ends up, oh, look at this. Oh, man, and a nice move into the middle. I'm sorry, I went blank there for a second, but that was not Tanner Schroeder, man. That was Connor Callahan came up with the puck in the high slot. But Cincinnati Bearcats back into the Profs offensive zone. Sends a flutter in off of a bunch of guys. It pops up over the net into the corner. Bearcats back to the point. That happened so fast. Callahan came down the rink. I thought he was going to score. Bearcats behind Colella. Back out to their own point. Well, top of the circle, really. So you have 4-on-4 hockey? Yeah, I'm sorry, 4-on-4 hockey. And Profs are calling for an ice on this one, but they won't get it. So now they have full court press from the Bearcats, but Dave Cutler managed to get out to the neutral zone, although a Cincinnati defenseman's there to collect it. And now you have Cincinnati in the neutral zone, and they're just entering into the offensive. Nice little slot pass blocked off by the Profs and dished down right in front of Dave Cutler. Look at this. It's moving just a little too fast for him to cut in front. He's going to go behind. But heads up play by him, seeing it. He looked up, saw it floating, and he stuck with it, but it's just too far in front of him. Now the puck's all the way back down behind Colella now. Passed over to Mike Miller. Mike Miller sends it up the boards, and it ends up in the Bearcat stick here. Another pass. Bearcats are passing really well across ice right now. Moving the puck well, but it's... Oh, and in front of the net, it tips and rebound to the Bearcats, but nothing comes of it. Colella with a save, at least one. And they're not able to put it away. You might have been able to hear it, but now we're even. No penalties. 6 minutes left, and a floater towards Colella. Put your shoulder on it. Relatively quick whistle, but we'll take it. 6 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third period here at Hollydale Arena. Excuse me, Hollydale Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. Man, he felt like it was full court press there from the Bearcats, but they come up empty again.
Yeah.
Face-off lost here. Back to the Bearcats. Takes a shot, blocked. And we're into the corner. Oh, puck flutters into the slot on the big Conlon stick. And we are up the ice here. Vance Moran controls, take a shot. He's trying to get it to, in front of the net for Carter Jones. Carter couldn't get there. It was held up by a stick. The Bearcats fluttering out the center ice and all the way down. And the goalie stops. Colella stops it so Keys can pick it up. Keys is coming up the ice here into the neutral zone. Man, he loves to skate, you know. And he's always getting the puck into the zone and then getting out, trying to make a play happen quickly. And Cincinnati gets the puck behind their own net, sends it out, but it ends up whiffing on it, and Keys picks up and sends it right back down in. Colella's chasing, but can't get to the puck. Bearcats get it to the point. Profs stop it again, back into the zone. Jared Stricken was on the point there, and here's Conlon with a stick to his skates. No call. That stick went right into his skates, and they do not call anything.
He's on his back.
And now he's on his back, and nothing is happening. And they're going to call that one.
Call the tripping.
That is, he called both of them. But there's no reason to call both of them if you call the original penalty.
If you look at center ice, 3 and 9.
Yeah, now you got pushing and shoving going on in center ice. Oh, is he tossing guys off the rink? I'm not saying these two teams are making the right decisions, but the refs have not handled this well at all.
No, not at all. Especially right here with,
yeah,
Conlon and number 6. There was clearly like 3 penalties before Conlon reacted.
Yeah, they just tossed at least a Bearcat off the ice, and I don't know what. I was focused here, and there was a scuffle at center ice. Tanner Schroeder getting an explanation here.
Yeah, some frustration definitely boiling over in this one.
Oh, he did kick somebody off. There's a number 3, Rowan Profs.
Carter Jones. Yeah,
Carter Jones got boot there.
Wow.
Don't know what happened at center ice. I mean, hey, it's 11-4. It shouldn't happen. It sucks because now I don't know what happens if he gets kicked out of this game, what happens for next game? I don't know how they penalize that, but
Not sure about the suspensions.
right, yeah, like how's it? Is it like, hey, you got tossed one, you have to sit the next one? You know, sometimes there are rules, but who knows? So now this should be a center ice face-off. See how these next 5 minutes go. So we got even hockey, right? 5-on-5, or is it 4-on-4? It is
I believe it's
4-on-4.
even, yeah.
4-on-4 now.
The guy was on the ice.
All right, Trevor Rucci talking to center ice. It looks friendly, but who knows? And Ramos is all over this defenseman in the Bearcats zone. Oh, and he, man, lost an edge and went right into the post, but he's okay. Jared Cohen put his hands off his stick. It looked like he got stuck. He didn't want to get called for tripping. And now we got Rucci who's controlling the puck along the boards into the zone here. He still has it. Oh, and just trickled out onto a Bearcat stick. And it's back to Rucci. Rucci's looking to make a pass here. He's getting peppered by defensemen. He controls so well, even when he is getting peppered. And now we have the Bearcats who are moving into the offensive zone easily. Stopped again by Trevor Rucci. And now we got the point-to-point here on the Bearcats. Sloppy pass, ends up in the fluttering through the zone. They come back up with it. Jared Cohen looking to put pressure on the defenseman. And the Bearcats back out of the zone. Trying to get set up. Ramos putting pressure on. So you got 4-on-4 hockey. A lot of ice, a lot of skating. Colella leaves the puck back for his defenseman, Jared Cohen. Cohen goes to Frateroli. Frateroli back to Cohen. Cohen loses it. Same pass, shovel pass behind the net to Frateroli. Frateroli up to the zone. Tries to make a quick move in his own defensive zone and turns it over. Ooh, and then has good hands. Blocks down a pass that was going towards the slot. And now we got... it's not Cam Chandler. I thought it was Cam Chandler. Jimmy Pollock coming through the offensive zone. I thought it was 18, not 19. Here's Tanner Schroeder with a quick shot, just wide. That was a nice little surprise shot there. And the Bearcats come up with the puck, looking to break out. Schroeder getting in front of the man and causing a little trouble, but Bearcats retain the puck. Oh, and right to Schroeder's stick in the high slot. He fakes a shot, goes for the 5-hole, but kicked up by the goalie. That would have been a bang-bang play there. I mean, it hit right on his stick, but the goalie stuck with it the whole time and popped it right up. Tanner Schroeder and Nick Ramos have been putting pressure in the offensive zone, and because of it, he comes up with an opportunity there.
They've been all over it. Aggressive play. The whole game.
Yeah. Face off in the zone, won by the Profs here. Jimmy Pollock over to defenseman. Defenseman wraps it in back around. Schroeder pops it back out. Bearcats come up with it, and here they are breaking out of their zone. Mike Miller back on D, but Cam Chandler making a nice back check here. Makes it easy on Mike Miller. Miller plays the man, and the puck is loose here behind the net. Jacob Holland ends up shoveling it to Schroeder. Schroeder comes back into his own corner, getting picked on by a couple of Bearcats, but pop pucks up into the far corner. Mike Miller ends up shoveling the puck off his skate, ends up in the Bearcats' stick again. Bearcats passing around here. Oh, and a nice pick off the slot there from Jacob Holland. And a good clearance also. Cam Chandler, he's on his horse, man. Wow, Jacob Holland lets a man behind him and ends up squeaking past and into our own zone. Mike Miller's back into the corner, trying to control the puck, and it flops out to a Bearcat. Shot blocked just outside the funnel there. Puck comes sliding all the way back down to the Bearcats' middle of the circles there. And he passes back up. Oh, and a nice neutral zone pass knocked down by Vance Moran. Good hands on that play there. And the Bearcats are into the offensive zone. Puck squeaks back out. Now we got a potential odd man rush, but it's chased down by the Bearcats. Vance Moran into the zone. Sends it around. Here's Jared Stricken with a good pop off the boards. Causes trouble for the Bearcats. They still get in the neutral zone, but Keys makes a blind backhand pass, and now you have a little bit of, guys running into each other in neutral zone. Paul Keys ends up with it again, and now he's into the offensive zone, trying to cut across the center circle and pop a shot in low. Could not get the whole thing. And now you have JT Zangara into the corner here. Gets bodied by Cincinnati, and the puck back to them. And Paul Keys looks for Dave Cutler. Just misses. Now the Bearcats collect in their own zone, right back into the neutral zone. Jared Stricken comes out to the neutral zone. JT Zangara sends it in deep. Man, it's a little bit more back and forth this last minute here. There's 1 minute left to play. And only so much can happen here. But kudos to the Bearcats, man. Oh, right into his own bench is number 20 for the Bearcats there. But kudos to them, man. They're still skating hard, playing hard right now in the third period. At least they're out there having fun playing. Did get a little chippy a few minutes ago, but nothing since. There was a couple of tossed two guys out. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Quick face-off, quick shot ends up in blocked and out to the side. Back to Paul Keys, who shoots another shot in. Blocked again. Bobby Penrod takes a swipe at it, misses. Now we got Bearcats at center ice. Oh, caught an edge, and he tried to pass it to the slot. Blocked off by Penrod and Ramos together. Now Paul Keys steps in front of a shot all the way to Colella. Colella blocks off. 25 seconds left in the game here, opening day. Profs do a hell of a job here against Cincinnati Bearcats, 11-4. Oh, pucks. Oh, nice block by Colella. Puck came from behind his net, and he stuck his stick out to block a slot pass. And Penrod takes his time up to the neutral zone with a crisp pass over to Ramos. Back to Penrod, high slot. Oh, he took his time, tried to go, looks like he was going to go far corner on the high side, but a little too high there, and the time will run down. 11-4, the Rowan Profs open their 2021-2022 season with a big win. I think you guys said a lot about chemistry and the way they look from the jump, and they came out strong and finished strong.
Yeah, in an 11-4 game in hockey, when you win, there's not like one specific person that stands out. Rowan really just from the jump dominated all facets of this hockey game, and it was a great start to the 2021 season for Rowan hockey.
Yeah,
Like we said before, really aggressive, but Colella, really good job at net. Only letting up 4 in so many shots in the third period at least. The first and second didn't get too much of a look, but overall awesome defense. Yeah,
I think it got a little understated for that Colella was playing well. I mean, the goals they scored were only off of his rebounds. There was nothing that he was crazy out of position for, and he blocked a few shots that trickled in. They had a lot of guys in front of the net, but yeah, I mean, you guys said it all around. I mean, from the jump, it was 6-2 after the first period. It's a great day, great start for Rowan hockey, and we're excited to see where things come. Guys, I appreciate it. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Again, Matt Delavecchi, Connor Brown, and Spencer Reyes will be back again for the next game. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.